The fun and games were over. Day 2 was tough. After breakfast, we left the tropical forest for the alpine forest, full of pine trees and totally different vegetation. It wasn't long before we exited the forest altogether and wouldn't see trees for another 4 days. The heather zone, full of pine shrubs and grasses. This part of the climb was the steepest section of the entire trek and had me thinking if this whole thing was some giant mistake. Cowardice set aside, I said crazy shit to myself and pushed forward. We finished the steep bit and began to approach rest camp where I'd eat lunch and relax for an hour. And while we relax, make sure to follow to watch more of my crazy adventures backpacking in Africa. Lunch consisted of watermelon and a pasta, egg, potato, pure fuel omelet before I took in the scenery and pressed onwards. Before long, the target was acquired and sized up. It was crazy to be that close to the top and yet still so far. 6+ hours later, we arrived at overnight camp where I'd take the ibuprofen I should have been taking since the first day, one of many mistakes I made. And then, the first sunset I've ever seen above the clouds, it was like the heavens burst into flames right before me.